Traders, good afternoon. Welcome to the CryptoStreet Trading Academy webinar. This is Jim Simmons, Head of Education here at CryptoStreet. And what we're going to be looking at today is how to copy the trades of the pros, how to get paid to trade. Finally, I know that's something that is pretty elusive for many traders. Just takes a couple hours a day. So let's get into it. As you know, we can't guarantee results. Products and services are for educational purposes. All right, so let's dive right into it. Let's get right into it here. How many of you are sick of bombing your prop firm evaluations? Give me a yes in the chat box if that's you and you're kind of at your wit's end and keep failing the prop firm evals and struggling. Give me a yes in the chat box if that's you. Yeah. Yep, see some yeses coming in. Okay. How many of you wish you could just stop losing your funded accounts? Maybe you've passed your evals, you got funded, and then things happened and you lost the funding account, right? How many of you wish you could just make some money and scale your accounts? A lot of yeses coming in. And that's what we're here to really solve today. At CryptoStreet Trading Academy, we specialize in helping traders get funded and stay funded with prop firms. That is our mandate. That's what we do, and that's the focus of our attention. If we look here, how much have you made since joining CryptoStreet? We surveyed our clients and asked them some questions, and we got some answers: 12,000, 1,000 across all my accounts, 15, 3, 10, 10, 10. So, and then some longer answers and so on. And so the traders in the program are making money, at least the ones that answered, right? There's a story that I like to share as well of a trader who was able to turn things around. I think it's important to know that, we don't just say we help traders with prop firms and help them get funded and all of that, but we actually do it, right? And it's important to see these results. This trader says before CryptoStreet deposited 10,000 in Ninja, and 2 weeks later my account was at zero. Unfortunately, that is kind of a common story, varying times and varying amounts, but at the end result is the same. Since CryptoStreet Gap, I finally stopped losing and started profiting, been able to withdraw just shy of about 30,000 thanks to my time with the Gap program. Not enough things in the world that I could extend to the CryptoStreet team. Traders are really doing it. I know it's easy to kind of get cynical and think, you get the emails from the prop firms and they say, hey, look how much this guy made and look how much this girl made. Everything's awesome. You should totally do it too. And then you realize that it's not as easy. It's not quite that easy, right? So it's just important to know that, yes, there are traders out there doing it, and we want to help you get there too. Okay. So how many of you want me to launch into a long drawn out sales presentation? Yeah, no, obviously not. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to start off with trade examples, and we're going to look at results. And by the way, all these graphs that you see on the chart are real, although they haven't been updated in a while, but they are real. These are real numbers. These are real equity curves, the whole thing. Okay. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at to start. So by now, maybe you are, that was not what I meant to do. Sorry about that. Maybe you're here and you've kind of gotten to a point where you're kind of frustrated with trading, frustrated with the industry. You feel like you've been burned before. So you're at the point where you're saying, prove it, right? Prove it. Totally get it. We've been there too, and it's important to cover this because I think what you see today is going to be a different story for you. So maybe you've been burned before, right? Maybe it looked so amazing, so you bought it, and it turns out it was garbage, and you're still looking for the answer, right? We already know there's a handful of us at least that are still looking for an answer. One, because you shared that you're failing evals or losing accounts, and two, you're here. So that tells us something as well. And we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here with us in person. It means a lot to us. So I hear you. And so we're going to start off with a winning trade strategy. This is my gift to you as a way of saying thank you for showing up in person and being a part of the event. So this is what we call our VWAP touch and go. We can update the numbers. I'll show you the numbers here in a bit, but ultimately good profit factors, good number of trades. These trades hit. They're just really solid. You know, it's just a solid strategy. It's not going to win all the time. It's not going to be, oh my gosh, the Holy Grail. No, but it will make you money, which is, it's a simple strategy and it makes money. What else do we need, right? There's so many ways to make money trading. This is one of them. Okay. But what we're looking at is how to trade out of VWAP. And the way that we do this is we put standard deviations on either side of the daily VWAP. Okay, VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. And so we wrap deviations around this. So VWAP is here. And then the deviations are set to 0.3. Okay. When the market comes into VWAP and then responds and trades out of VWAP, we get in at the break of the lower high. As soon as that breaks, we're in the trade. Stop goes below the low, target's 1-to-1, and we want the target to be below the swing high point, which this one did. Again, coming out of VWAP, going short, break of the higher lows, and in this case, the target was a little further, but there's probably more candles down in here somewhere anyway. But we'll show you that. So let's take a quick look. I've got a video here that we can watch. Just a couple trades that you can see it in action. So let's go ahead and play this, and then we will recap and go over the rules as soon as this is done. So here we go.
All right, so we've got a possible VWAP trade here. Market's clearly bullish on the higher time frame, so we're aligned there. EMAs are above the VWAP, so we're good there. Go ahead and start getting this ready and plotted out. So right now we're at about 19 ticks, depending on where this closes. And still waiting for the candle close to put the order on. So not a trade just yet. All right, so we got the order on. We'll see if we can get the break. Targets within range to the highs. We do have kind of a supply zone up here, but this has already kind of filled in this. Just looking at it, I think we're probably pretty good on this target. We might need to dip down just a tad, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, awesome. Nice trade. Clean. Good stuff. Possible VWAP short here. Clearly very bearish on the higher time frame, so we're good there. EMAs are below VWAP, so we're fine there. All right, so let's get our brackets sort of reset here. I change the number of contracts, and that just closed. So let's go ahead and put the order on, and we are ready to go. Let's see if we get the break. Okay, awesome. Got another win in the books. Good stuff.
Cool. So there you go. Yeah, the channel around it is just standard deviations. So we could take a look at a chart and actually we'll do that. Let's pull up a chart and we'll go through it together. But yeah, it's just standard deviations. Most of the VWAPs that you'll get in most of the platforms do offer that ability. So let's take a look at it. Bear with me one second here. Go to a 5 minute. There, perfect. Yeah, let's go look at one from today. There's one in here. Cool. So if we go here, this was a trade I took testing something. It did work, by the way. But anyway, the trade that we're looking at is down here. So this purple dotted line is the VWAP. Okay. We can put a couple exponential moving averages on here. Just this one, actually. So the EMA is above VWAP, clearly. Market is clearly bullish for the day. This is M2K micro Russell. And the market comes into the VWAP channel. So if we go into the settings here, I can show you real quick if it'll let me click on it, but I guess not. Here we go. Yeah, so this is trading view, but they're all kind of the same in each one, but it's just 0.3 is the band multiplier. So it's a standard deviation, and you can have multiple deviations on the VWAP if you want. These are set to 2 and 3. So this would be like Bollinger Bands, just deviations on either side. I've got this cool green. There we go. So yeah, so this channel, when it comes in here and breaks, that's the trade. That's the trade. The way that we do this is we look at entering be above the highs. So it came down. There's our high pivot. There's lower high 1, 2, 3, 4. Trade the break. Okay. And then you've got to give it some room to trade at the lows. And so then you would leave it some room to trade down here. Now we actually traded this, but we traded it a little bit differently, actually. But there were some traders that took this trade as well. So yeah, you just get in at the highs, stop goes below the low. You do need to give this room to run at the lows. And so we actually add about a 50% buffer to the stop. It's just the way that we do it. We can go back, see, there's another one. Yeah, so there we go. So we've got, there's the low, and then higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and so on, so on, so on. And then there's the break right here. The way that we do it is we measure out. I just kind of have a formatted Fibonacci tool that I use. But anyway, stop goes above the high here. Target goes right here. It's a simple trade. EMAs are below in that day. And, if the market's bearish, which clearly, it broke down. Yes, this was yesterday. And then there's the trade. So that's how it works. So on the entry chart, it's a 5-minute chart. You have daily VWAP with standard deviations, 0.3. You have a 9-period EMA and a 20. You can use any variation of those close to those numbers if you like something different. But if the EMAs are above the VWAP, then you're looking for longs. And obviously the market's trading above VWAP, and you want the market to create 2 lower highs coming into VWAP. So let me go back and look at our example here. So we've got at least 2 lower highs, 1, 2. Okay, and then we get 3, 4, and then it breaks. So you just want to see at least a couple lower highs to make it cleaner. And then you trade the breakout of the candle high going long. The only other rule is you don't trade if the market's breaking the other side of the VWAP channel coming before it comes out. So, if this were to come all the way down and chop all the way through, then we would no longer trade it long. We would just wait for the next trade. So that's it. Those are the rules. You trade it on a 5-minute chart, and stop goes beyond the low. And if you're going bullish and above the high for bearish, target 1-to-1. And we're seeing pretty good results on these. We can pull up the numbers and take a look. Let me pull it up. Here we go. So yeah, still holding pretty strong at about 73%, just shy of that. We've got 125 trades on at this point. So pretty good numbers. Like I say, obviously nothing's ever 100%, but it is definitely profitable enough to make you some money. With 72%, even if you're at 66% and you're at 1-to-1, then you can't see that really. Hang on. Yeah, so if you're at 66% win rate, then and you're at 1-to-1, that's going to put you at a 2.0 profit factor, which is very, very strong if you're familiar with the terms. Basically, that just means for every dollar that you risk, you make $2 over the long run. And so, yeah, so it's good setup. And we'll go through these numbers here again in just a bit, but on some of the other trades. So yeah, so that's good. So take a screenshot of this if you like. We will send out recording as well. So you're welcome to watch it on the recording and see it some more. And then just go jump on the charts and look for some examples. I think we traded one on crude. Yeah, here's one on crude that we traded today. So coming into VWAP here, we didn't trade it here because it was off the pit open, a little too aggressive, but we came in and traded this one. This is one of our trades from today. Took the trade there and then it ran up and away. And I even thought, maybe I'll leave some room to scale up to the highs, but I ended up getting out. So that's okay too. Still took profit on the trade, so that's great. So that's it. So that's the trade. And so that is, again, my gift to you for taking time to be here. So let's jump into solving some trader problems now. Let's jump into some challenges that most traders maybe face, or that you might be facing here today that you want to solve. And let's go through them. So problems, what kind of problems do traders go up against? Well, there's the money problem, right? Money's clearly an issue for many traders. A lot of traders are not making money. Trade strategies, maybe you've got one, maybe it's great, maybe it's not. Maybe you keep jumping strategies and you're looking for something that you can really hang your hat on. Maybe you're an emotional train wreck. Maybe you have emotions. God forbid, we're humans, we have emotions. What about confidence? Lacking confidence and then poor execution. Now, these are the problems that most traders face, right? These are the issues that we look to solve. And the reality is we can help you solve every one of these. We can do that right now if you're open to it. And obviously that's why you're here. But the question is, are you really ready for that? And are you ready right now? If I can show you some solutions and some ways that we can help you solve the problem, are you ready to actually solve the challenges, the problems, the issues? Give me a yes if that's you. If you're ready to see a solution that can help you find your way to profitable territory. Yeah, got some yeses coming in. Good. Okay, I'm just making sure we're all still here. All right, so why are you here? Well, the reality is we're needy, right? We've got needs, we've got wants. You want to win, but you need to solve some problems, right? Usually a difference between want and need, and we need to solve some problems, right? So let's go back in time, though. Before we dive into that, let's start back at why did we get into trading in the first place? What made us decide, I want to be a trader? The dream was to make more money in less time, right? The dream was I can make an 8 to 10. Let's see, now you can't see it again. Hang on, changing colors. I like to draw on the screen because it keeps me focused. I don't know. All right. So 8 to 10 hours of income in 1 to 2 hours a day, right? That's what we're looking for. Show me 8 to 10 hours of income in 1 to 2 hours a day. More money, less time. I haven't been corrected on this one yet. Yes, freedom. Exactly. Freedom. Yeah, that's what we're all looking for. The ability to not have to punch a clock, to not have to respond to anyone, just to do our own thing, travel the world, work your own schedule, whatever you want to be, right? Autonomous. Life on your terms. Exactly. The reality for most traders is they don't make money. They spend endless time on the charts, and then they go and spend more money because somebody's waving a shiny object and, oh my God, this is going to solve all your problems. And look, there's some great stuff out there, don't get me wrong. But the problem is really this. You might make some money and then give it back. And then you make some more money and give it back. That's the problem that we need to solve. Okay, so let's go solve those problems. The first problem, money. Show me the money. Let's start with that because that's why we're here. If we're here for any other reason, you're in the wrong place because we're here to make money. And we're going to do it hopefully with you. but with or without you. So stop failing evals is what we want. Stop losing prop accounts, scale the prop accounts, and then add more prop accounts. That's what we want. Again, these are real equity curves from our trade room. These are real numbers. I wouldn't dare put false numbers in front of you. Okay. What we need is we need some prop firm training. We need to understand how to trade with a prop firm. Because the reality is, if you think that the prop firms came up with these cute models to make it easy for traders to make money, you are sorely mistaken. The only thing that they make it easy is for them to make money. That's not to say that they don't want traders to make money, but they're going to make money regardless of whatever you do. They could care, well, I wouldn't say they could care less, but they are more focused on their income as a business than they are, I think, than the income of a trader in many cases. Now, certainly there's a balance there. I'm sure they want traders to make money, but it's not easy is the whole point of that. It's not designed to be easy. So realizing that you are already in an uphill battle in a whole environment where the deck was already stacked against you to begin with. Trading's hard enough as it is, let alone trading for a prop firm, which is even harder. Okay, so what do you need to know? Risk management. Very, very fine-tuned risk management. You need to have a plan. Money management. How do you manage the money every day, every trade? Drawdown management. If you don't have a drawdown plan, the market has a drawdown plan for you, and it involves taking your entire account. So you need a drawdown plan. You need to know, how am I going to trade out of this drawdown? Because they do happen to everyone. I don't care how good of a trader you are. They will happen. The VWAP program, it's give you the strategy for free. Send me an email, Manny. It's just Jim@NeuralStreet. And I can send you a screenshot of that or whatever. Yeah. And we'll send you the video too, so you can watch it again. But drawdown management, arguably one of the most important things you need as a trader, as a drawdown management plan. And then scaling. How do you scale multiple accounts? A lot of us get so focused on the bullseye. You know, there's my bullseye. It's about as good as it's going to get. And there's the arrow, and it's, you know, you're shooting the arrow into the bullseye. Okay. Most of us get so focused on that. I need to pass my eval. Okay. So then you pass your eval. And I don't know why that has two L's. That was a mistake. But you want to pass your eval. Next, you need to build your account so that you can get paid. And then you get so focused on that. But what are you really focused on? You're not really, you're either focused on making it and you don't manage risk, or you're so focused on manage the risk that you never make any money. Because you have this thing called drawdown, and it limits what you do. And that is by design. It should limit what you do. But so now how do you balance paying attention to the drawdown, but then also trading out of it and getting to a position where your drawdown is not originally what it was? Like on a 50K account, I'm going to kind of rant on this for a second here, and then we'll move on. But on a 50K account, the standard drawdown is about 2,500 on most prop firms, right? And so we're so focused on this number, but the reality is when you have 5,000 in profit in your $50,000 account, what's your drawdown at that point? Because it's not 2,500 anymore. It's not. Your drawdown is now grown to 4,900. Your drawdown's 4,900. So you're not trading based on this drawdown anymore. So you can afford to trade some higher dollar risk per trade if you want to. Of course, you don't have to. But that's the whole idea, is when you have 10 and 20 accounts with $5,000 to $10,000 in them in growth, that's a whole different ball game. And you can really scale those accounts. And so we look at that and we can show you how to do that. Yes, no management. You just count the days down until you give the account back. All right, so consistent profit. Want number 2. You want to know, why are you losing? Why are you breaking even? Maybe you don't believe in yourself. Maybe you don't believe in your system. Maybe your system sucks. Maybe you need a new one. What we need is winning systems. but not just any winning system. We need it to be something that doesn't require a degree in rocket science. We need something that's easy to learn, easy to trade, easy to follow, and always offers trades. Because if it doesn't offer trades, that's when self-sabotage kicks in, because we can't stand to sit on our hands long enough and we force trades and then we lose money. Yeah. Or no system at all. So we can help you with that. So let's take a look at the numbers. I'm going to start with stocks. Let's go to stocks and take a look at our stocks trades. So we have two trade rooms that both trade the market live. Stocks, we've got a handful of trades in here. Let's keep going. And yeah, a handful of trades, 1,300. And yeah, they're on a good run this week. What the junk? Come on. No stop outs this week. I have to give them a hard time. That's amazing. All right, cool. It's good to see. So we trade primarily these two strategies. We trade demand zones and demand zone breakouts. We only trade long in the stock market. I argue that it's one of the easiest things you could ever do, because you only trade in one direction and you're only trading the stocks that are moving up. So how easy can it get? Anyway, they're spoiled. So we've been tracking this log, call it since March of last year. And these trades hold steady at about 74%, give or take. And so hitting 74% of their trades on those two. And you can see, you can look up these stocks if you want to. We trade the TQs today and earlier in the week, and then a little bit of a slower week. Maybe there wasn't as much going on. They actually usually get 3 to 5 trades a day. So that's a slower week for them. Anyway, so really good numbers there on the Forex and mostly futures. This is our numbers here. We've got 696 trades logged, blended win rates about 69%. Now you can see there's a number of different strategies that we're trading here. The current ones that we are focused on are right here. We trade liquidity blocks and order blocks. VWAP touch and go is the one that we just looked at today, right? And then anchored VWAPs, which is actually a replacement of this strategy. And if we're replacing this strategy, which is hitting 75% of its trades, you can imagine how good this is, because we're obviously not going to replace it with just anything. This is just a redesign of this strategy, I guess would be a good way to say it. So anyway, so yeah, the numbers are good. We're hanging in there. We had a little bit of a rough month in July. It was, it was chaotic for a couple of weeks, and we found our way out of the drawdown, so we're good. But anyway, back to about 72%. May and June are good. Anyway, all the numbers are in here. I'll share this with you so you can take a look at this on your own time as well, if you'd like. So you look at these numbers and you go, okay, that's great. Anybody could put a bunch of wins and losses on a page, but does that mean you really made money? 69% is great, but what's your risk reward, right? That doesn't tell us anything unless we know what the risk reward is. And it's 1-to-1 on all the trades. All of our trades start out at 1-to-1. The reality is, by the time you figure break evens and all that other stuff, it's probably a 0.9, somewhere around there. Okay, so that's more realistic. And but yeah, it's solid, it's consistent, it makes money. The equity curve goes up and to the right. So, that's what we're looking for. And we've got a number of trades in there. We are, our focus with these systems, again, is we want it to be easy enough to learn, and we want traders to be able to copy our trades live. So what that means is several things. One, you need the time to be able to actually copy it. Like, it can't be like, okay, we've got a trade. Okay, I'm in. And then it's off. And you're like, I didn't even see what happened. That was a freaking blur. How the hell am I supposed to trade that? Right? So we give you enough time to get into the trade. We show you exactly where to buy or sell, where the targets go, where the stops go. We call it out in advance. We say what kind of trade it is. You see the orders on the page, and then we take the trade together. All of the trades that we take are recorded on this log, but they're also, there's images of every trade that we've traded on this as well. So let me copy this one and I'll send it over to you. So this is how you know, okay, these trades are actually real. And I haven't added our trades in there today yet. Actually, maybe I'll do that. We'll look at them and throw them in there real quick while we're at it. Is that one of them? I'll just throw this one in there. This will be easy. So we 2 for 2 today. We took a trade. There's our VWAP trade on crude, and you can see the entries and exits, right? And then M2K, we took an anchored VWAP trade here. And that one kind of went sideways a little bit and then said, okay, fine, I'll go. And then it went out and took out target. So these are all of the trades though. Win, loss, everything in between. They're all in here. You can see exactly what we're doing. All the trades match up to the log. We do this for transparency's sake. We're not just putting numbers on a log, not that anybody would suspect that, but we want to be transparent. These are the trades. These are the real trades. They really work. We really trade them. This is the real thing. So I know there's a lot of stuff out that maybe isn't stellar. I'll show you the anchor. There's some rules around how we do it. I won't get into the rules on it, but there's an anchored VWAP. There was one here that we traded there. Now, I didn't take the trade in TradingView. I took it in TickBlaze. That's why you don't see the entries, but we entered right here. This is that trade. You can see the same price action and everything. We went long here and traded back into the highs. So our anchor was down here. When we go over the rules around all of these, we have all the cheat sheets and rules and everything broken down. So you know exactly how to do it. So anyway, problem number 3, emotions. We want to get rid of negative emotions. Emotions are two-sided coin, if I can talk, and you can't have the good without the bad, right? Emotions are emotions, good and bad. So how do we manage those emotions? That's the trick. We can help you learn how to manage the emotions. We go over this in our education, and we talk about this in our live classes. The idea is to balance the highs and the lows. You never want to get so low that you start revenge trading or self-sabotage. But you never want to get too on the other side either, because then you get overconfident and you start taking trades you shouldn't, and you start giving profit back. So what we do to help with this process is we focus on the execution and we focus on positive mindset. Now, obviously, positive mindset is not going to be enough to make you profitable in and of itself. Positive mindset is necessary, but it's not the only thing that's necessary, obviously. You can't just say, well, I'm going to materialize it or visualize it. No, it's not that easy. You got to do some work here. So, but that is crucial. It is very, I would argue that if you don't have a positive mindset, it's going to be awfully tough to be consistently profitable over the long run. So very important. Engineer versus technician. So this is the idea that when you are trading, you're actively trading, you're a technician. Yeah. Thanks for that, Eric. When you're the technician, your job is to execute. That's it. That's all you do. If you see a trade that matches up to your rules and there's no reason not to take the trade, guess what? You take the trade. Yeah, there you go, Neon. You take the trade. You have a trade, you take the trade. You don't have a trade, you don't take the trade. That's what you're judged by. Oh, and you have to manage the risk appropriately for each trade. That's your job when you're trading. That's it. That's all you need to do. When you are not trading, you are an engineer. The engineer's job is to design and implement. That's the engineer's job, design and implement. So the engineer is the one that is responsible for the trade plan, right? So you got the plans, you've got the risk plan, you've got the money plan, you've got the drawdown plan, you've got the trade execution plan. That is all when you are not trading. So when you make your rules and you put them all in your trade plan, because you need a trade plan, because if you don't have a trade plan, you're going to break the rules. Even with the trade plan, you'll probably break the rules sometimes. So you have a trade plan, and then you give that trade plan to the technician. And then when you're trading, you're a technician, and you never think about being the engineer when you're trading. You could say, man, that engineer did a terrible job with this trade strategy because it's just not hitting today. But you know what? I'm doing my job. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to take my trades, and I'm not going to worry about the outcome of the trades because that's not up to me, and it isn't. The market could care less what you want for the outcome of the trade. Your job is not to have any sort of impact on the outcome of a trade because you can't control it. The only thing that you can control is preparation and execution. That's it. So we got preparation, execution. That's it. So that can help you detach from the emotional sabotage where you're just like freaking out because the trade is going against you, or, that's what stop losses are for. That's why we have a stop loss. That's why we have, a risk per trade. So that will help you with the emotions. The other thing that'll help you with the emotions is executing over and over and over when it becomes second nature and you don't get scared to trade anymore. So, yeah. All right. Problem number 4, confidence. You want improved confidence. You want confidence in your trades before you enter them. You want confidence in your trades during the trade, and you want confidence in your ability to execute. That's what you want. What you need is you need to follow in the footsteps of somebody who is doing it the right way. Do that first, because that instills good habits and it instills your ability to follow a plan, which is what we were just talking about. Can you follow a plan and not screw it up? That's the question. You have to manage your emotions to be able to do that, because your emotions will send you on a spiral in another direction. And this can help you get to a point where all I'm doing is following someone else who's doing it and does it well. So that'll instill those good habits. It eliminates second guessing. You're not second guessing because this is blind faith in a sense. You're going, okay, they're trading it, I'm trading it, let's go. It eliminates fear of missing out, because if we're not trading, neither are you. So you don't have to feel like, well, man, I'm missing out on all these trades. No, because we're trading them in front of you. And if we're not trading, there's probably a reason. There's probably a reason we're not trading. We're waiting for a trade. Neon. So Neon is one of our, he's in our trade room with us regularly. Great guy, and helps keep things interesting with us. And I love having him there. But he says, follow Jim. He has nerves of steel. Pills help. No, somewhat kidding, but not entirely. Anyway, yeah, I do have nerves of steel. I like to say I used to have emotions, but then the market took them all away. So I don't really have emotions anymore. But it eliminates fear of missing out. You're not missing out on anything. You can take the same trades we take, and it eliminates revenge trading, because when you got money on the table, like we do today, and like we do this week, and like we did last week, like we did the week before, and so on, you don't have to revenge trade. All you know is that if I follow this plan over the long run, you will make money. Now, let me do this. Here's the short run. Okay, we're gonna draw the short run. So this is the short run, and this guy, he's running for his life. This is best I can do with a guy who's running, right? He's running and he's going as fast as he can. And he's going as fast. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot the short run. There's no such thing as a short run in trading. There are only marathons. There's no such thing as a short run. You can see these emails that come in and say, oh, look at this guy. He passed his eval in 10 days and got passed. He made money in 10 more days. Do you think that that is normal? Because it's not. It's not normal. Neon, how long did it take you to start making profit in the market? Only took me 10 years. So anyway, there's no such thing as short run. It's only marathons. And this will eliminate self-sabotage. Again, money on the table helps you walk away. The trick is learning how to walk away when you're in the red. You've got a down day and you need to walk away. That is one of the harder things to do as a trader. And that's something you kind of have to do on your own, frankly. We can help you, but it's up to you. Okay. Problem number 5, execution. How do you execute trades the right way? Only took me a long time and still need to remain sharp. Yes. 10 days, 1 day pass. Yeah, exactly. That's what they say. 1 day to pass. It's great. Don't get me wrong. But if you take 1 day to pass, it doesn't solidify that you're going to be able to trade the account right, because you can't get paid in 1 day. You need at least 3 days or 5 days or something like that. Depends on who it is. Let's face it, 1 day to pass, all they do is they wait for the big FOMC, CPI, crude oil inventory, and they trade that. And they just trade it one in each direction, and then they wait for it to hit. And I think they've put an end to that kind of thing now. But anyway, traders been doing that for a long time. Yeah, gamblers. Yeah. We're going to teach you how to trade for real, so that you can stack the deck in your favor finally. So what you want is flawless execution. You want more disciplined decision making. What you need is rules. How can you follow a plan if you don't know what the rules are? Remember, when you're the engineer, your job is to create these rules. When you're the technician, Your job is to follow the rules. I love that, Eric. Eric's making me laugh over here. Eric says, I need a mom. Tell me what to do, mom. What do I do here? Exactly. So you need rules. Rules help you know exactly what to do and exactly not what to do. Because when you're trading, the pressure is on, there's money on the line, and you need to know what to do and what not to do, because this will help not break the rules or not make mistakes. We have strategy cheat sheets with all the rules broken down. All of our trading is rules based because it eliminates subjectivity. Subjectivity leads to fear and it leads to chaos in your trading. We can't have it because one day you'll be hitting on all cylinders and the next day you'll be a dumpster fire. So we don't want that. So we have rules. We follow the rules. You can follow them too. We have over a dozen different winning setups. So little bit for everybody, and we're adding more constantly. All the rules are broken down, and so ultimately that can help you stay on the right side of the market. All of our trade plans take into consideration volume, momentum, structure, all of the major foundations of trading. I really say the right trade plan will tell you how to be in the right time, right place, right direction. That's what you need. Right time, right place, right direction. So they will help you do that. So let's answer some questions. The questions usually are, and these are what we're going to answer preemptively. What's your program? Does it work? How does it work? Will it work for me? These are the three big ones. What does it cost? Obviously, you need to know that. What's your promise in all of this? And how do I get started? Right? That's what everybody wants to know. So let's get into it. Does it work? Well, this guy passed in 1 day. Okay, no, it was 11 days. Okay, 11 days in gap for a funded account. If that doesn't say, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get, really. Just depends on how much you risk, I guess. You could have passed an eval today. We went 2 for 2. Anyway, this one, I'm so happy with CryptoStreet. They're the best. I don't know, read it. I'm not going to read it out to you, but it says something like that. And then solid guidance, great training, gap program worth every penny. I don't know why she's hiding behind a leaf, but maybe maybe this eye's bad. And so she's like, I guess I'm just going to show this eye. I don't know. Anyway. By the way, this is how I am all the time too. What do our traders have to say? About 1,300 reviews, 4.5 stars. We don't get these numbers if we're not taking care of traders. That's really what it comes down to. If you need help, we're going to help you. I know it's weird. We help traders if they need help. So we've got your back, really is what this says. Okay. One other thing that I'll add here too. One other thing I'll add is stats, right? We surveyed our traders, and I think it's important to go through these numbers because it just kind of helps highlight some of these things. So where to go? I'm going to pull up the numbers and go through them. Yeah, here we go. So 97% satisfaction rate in the program. 80% of the students say they're passing evals. 100% say they've become better traders in the process. 90% were not making money before CryptoStreet, and 86% have scaled profits in their accounts after the program. Now, obviously, these are of the people who answered the survey, right? So don't take that as, well, it's exactly this. Well, no, that's not how it works. But just to give you an idea of the survey, yeah, people are really doing well. We're trying to make it as simple as possible. Yeah. What's the cost you have hand holding during the trade? How much? Yeah, we're going to go over all that, George. Yeah, absolutely. We're going over that right now. So bear with me. I'm going to get to that after a couple things. Yeah, time to start a hedge fund. Exactly. So how does it work? So here's our curriculum. By the way, these are the foundations that we teach: structure and waves, multi-time frame, liquidity and volume, order flow, price action, supply and demand, trade management, psychology. These are the main 8 pillars of the market. And then you have momentum and divergence, which is kind of also built into price action. Okay. So this is what we teach. Why? Because it's everything that you need to know and nothing that you don't. We're not going to waste your time teaching you stuff about all this weird nonsense that nobody really uses anyway. We're going to focus on the stuff that makes you money. So on demand, we have intro courses, we have foundations courses, we have strategy courses, and then we have mastery level courses on smart money concepts and liquidity. So we have all of the levels covered. If you're new to trading, start here. If you're not new to trading, start here, and then come back for this later. These two are like encyclopedias, and this one too, really. These are like encyclopedias. They have everything in there, but you're not going to need it all. Nobody reads an encyclopedia top to bottom, but they're there if you need them. You can refer to them. These I recommend every trader go through. These are amazing courses and smart money concepts and price action. It's going to show you why the markets do what they do. And it's going to show you how to understand, like we saw it today, Neon, where we were trading long on MNQ and all of a sudden it just stops. And we were looking at it going, okay, we're trading into a 4-hour level. We need to let the market respond first. And what did it do? It stopped to the tick, started coming back down, deep pullback before it broke again. And to understand that stuff will make you a better trader because you're going to know exactly what's going on. Okay. Live trade rooms, we have 2 of them, and then VIP strategy classes, which are virtual classes in the afternoon. Those not in the know, yes, they get baked. This is true. Okay. I got you covered, George, I promise. It's all in here. We're going over that right now. I love it, though. He's like right on top of it. On-demand learning, intro and foundations as needed, as I mentioned. Mastery level course, go through it. It's 11 videos. It'll take you about a week to get through it. Liquidity course, again, 12 videos. Take you about a week to get through it. Trade room hours, futures, 8:55 to 11:30, Monday through Thursday. Stocks is 8:30 to 11, Monday through Thursday. Futures is most active, 10 to 11:30. That's our sweet spot. And stocks, the sweet spot is 8:30 to 10 off of the open. Okay. Yeah, you can do prop firm trading. Absolutely. Yeah. Most of our traders do, but you don't have to. If you want to trade your own money, even better. Because if you can trade for a prop firm, you can definitely trade your own money. How long is the training for all 5? Oh, 3 to 5 hours a day. My gosh. Yeah, you're golden. I would say realistically, it'd probably take you, if you wanted to do all of the curriculum, it would take you several weeks. You could get through these in a couple days each if you're really flying through it. So these are the ones that you need. And then the strategy classes we're going to cover, and I'll show you what that looks like. So strategy class, futures is 1 p.m. on Wednesdays, about 90 minutes, and we cover very, very deep into every topic. Takes about 20 weeks, give or take, to get through that curriculum. So if you're figuring 3 to 5 hours a day, you could do 1 class a day, and come into the trade room for a couple hours, do a class for a couple hours or something. You could do that, and that would take you 20 days if you're going that fast. Most of these concepts, you probably want to give yourself a couple days between. They're very deep. There's a lot of content to them, so I wouldn't try drinking from the fire hose too quickly. And then stocks is on Mondays. Again, 90 minutes, it's about 11 weeks to get through their curriculum. Earn while you learn. So we have this crazy idea that you don't have to know everything to make money. If you want to know everything, great. You don't have to. We have lots of traders that pass their evaluations before even completing even just a sliver of the education. So the idea is come into the trade room, trade with us, copy our trades, make some money while you're still learning the content, pass your evaluation while you're still learning. We have traders that do it all the time. We have a trader that passed their eval and he hadn't even joined yet. So it's definitely happens. So does this sound like what you're looking for? Does this sound like this is a fit for you? I think this is probably what most traders are looking for, right? So let's go over cost. What's included? Again, intro courses, foundations courses, strategy courses, price action mastery level course, liquidity mastery level course, and then multiple live trade rooms. So that's all included there. So prop firm training has a lot to do with risk management, drawdown management, and psychology, a lot of that. It's kind of all geared toward prop trading, though. We are going to build out another course on, passing and staying funded on prop firms. We'll have a separate course on that. We teach it right now in our afternoon classes, but we're going to add another on-demand course on that, but we're just waiting until we actually release our prop firm, hint, hint, wink, wink. we have our own prop company coming very soon. It should be hopefully by the end of the year. So it is coming, and it's going to be amazing. So it's going to be more geared toward the proper balance between running a business and helping traders, right? That's really what it comes down to. How do we strike a good balance there? Bonuses, you get private chat rooms. We have a chat room and community that we're building out on TickBlaze, which is our new trading platform, which is coming even sooner. And it's also amazing. And then we have Discord threads that you can jump into as well. We have pre-built workspaces and templates ready to go. We have pre-built scanners for trade ideas and TC2000 inside of on the stock side. And then for futures, we've got, different workspaces built out for TickBlaze, TradingView, and NinjaTrader. White glove onboarding. Really what it comes down to is support. Point is, we've got your back. If you need help, reach out. We're going to help you. I have traders that email me charts all the time and ask for feedback. And I love when traders do that because it shows me that they're interested in their development. And it's fun for me too. I enjoy seeing traders get better. It's really cool. So if you need help, reach out anytime, really. If you have a chart that you've marked up and you want to get some feedback on, hey, this is what I'm seeing. Am I missing anything? We can go through it. I'm happy to do it. So just give me a couple days. Takes a little bit with my schedule, but Instructor trade plan review. Let's say you've got your trade plan all built out. You've got your risk models built out, your drawdown management models. You've got how many evals and prop accounts you're going to trade, and you want to get insight into, does this make sense? Am I over leveraging? Am I over trading? Am I not, is something missing from my trade plan itself? We can help you with that. This is something we really wanted to include because a lot of times we're kind of out there with blindfolds on trying to figure it out on our own. We don't want that to be the case here. So if you need help, reach out. We're going to help you. Strategy trade plans and cheat sheets. As I mentioned, we have over a dozen of these cheat sheets, which have all the rules broken down. Pre-trade, during the trade, after the trade, where do stops and targets go? What are the conditions? What markets do you trade them on? All of it. What charts? All of it. And then tons of images that point everything out and show you exactly what to do. We've got over a dozen. They're all included. Crypto, if you want to learn crypto trading, we've got a course built out on that. We've included that. You get access to the futures class, which is Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock. So this is kind of what I was talking about with the curriculum: market structure, momentum and divergence, volume, order flow, trend lines, and support resistance, and supply and demand and order blocks. So we cover the foundations of this stuff first. This is kind of like pillar 1. Advanced is pillar 2. We're going to cover psychology, mindset, getting funded, staying funded, money management, structure mapping, order block mapping, and VWAP mapping. So all advanced stuff. And then pillar 3 is the trade strategies themselves. So going over the cheat sheets one at a time and going over tons of trades to give examples. So this is what we cover. I would say, we do them once a week. All the recordings are there as well. We've got all those recorded and ready for you. If you wanted to dive in and start getting after it, you can do all of them today if you really wanted to, if you got enough time. Yeah, single account. Wow, that's amazing, Neon. Can I share that with everybody? Can I share that? Let me know. Okay, so good. So Neon says, closed out my trading day, single account, 14,262 in gains for the day. So when we say that there are traders making money, there are traders making money. I can't take credit for teaching Neon everything he knows because I probably didn't teach him much. He came to us and he was already well educated. So so now it's just a matter of we just like having him around. Don't be modest. Yeah, no. It's Neon's a great trader, been at it a long time, but it's just to show that if you stay with it and you focus on the important things and focus on execution, you will see the results. Obviously we'll have to put up some guardrails and help you, guide you along the way. But anyway, stocks, again, three different pillars: foundations, advanced, trade strategy. Total bonuses. So you've got, again, community, workspaces, all this bonus stuff that we talked about. The idea behind this is, if you were to buy all of this stuff separately, it gets very expensive. We've had traders that came to us that have spent anywhere from $20,000 to $60,000 on trading stuff. Like, this stuff gets expensive. So we wanted to package it all together and give you a great deal. Do you handhold to get started? Of course we do. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have some different welcome videos that kind of show you where everything is and where to get started. My suggestion is to anybody coming into the program is primarily come into the trade room as much as you can. I know, most people have day jobs and things to get to, and that's totally fine. Most of our traders do. But come to the trade rooms. That's where you're going to see it in action. And then come to the strategy class, because that's where we're going to teach you. I would start with the foundations of the strategy class and then move into pillar 2 and then pillar 3. And I can give you curriculum stuff to learn and where to go. And of course, you are welcome to reach out to me directly anytime with questions and next steps and all of that. So, some traders need a little extra help, and that is totally fine. We encourage that. So not a problem. We got you covered. So total package value, it's a lot. Obviously, you're not going to pay that. The pricing is $19.90. Okay, so it's $19.90 to join. It's not $49.95 or $99.95. It's $19.90. That's it. It renews annually at $295. So you get it for a year for $19.90. And then if you want to keep going with it, which you probably will, then it's just $295 a year for as long as you want to be part of it. We keep adding more educational content. And obviously, we're going to keep doing the classes and all that stuff. So that is what I've got for you. So what's our promise, right? What's our promise to you? Our promise is if you're not happy with the program, we will give you your money back. Real deal. Like, I don't see this in the industry, so this is a big deal. You could literally come in and learn everything and go, I don't like it. Didn't work for me. But we'll give you the money back, because it's not about the money for us. It's about the money for you. We want you to make money. And obviously, we're making money. We're fine as a company. So, but we can do this because we're not just a trading academy. We have a trading platform we're bringing to the market. We have a prop firm we're bringing to the market. We develop algos and indicators. We've been doing this stuff for a long time, so we're in a fortunate position. Anyway, so if you come to the class, come to Trade Room, you do the education, you complete the strategy classes, and you get an instructor call in your under your belt, and you ask for help. If you do these things, these are the requirements. Do these things. We're telling you that if you do these things, you are going to love it. That's what we're saying by doing this. And if you don't, we'll give you your money back, and we'll give you a $500 credit to our companies, and you can use it anywhere. And that's just our way of saying, hey, sorry, we wasted your time. So you do need to pay up front to get access to the program. Yeah, it's a good question. It is a one-time payment, the $19.90 to get started. You can put it on a credit card, or you can put it on PayPal, or whatever you want to do. So yes, $19.90, you get access for the full year, and there's your link to get started. Let me go ahead and copy it, and I'll paste it in the chat box, and we'll get that out to you. Cool. What other questions do you have? There's the link to get started. I'm going to run a poll. We like to run polls just so we know where everybody's at. Are you interested? Yeah, there we go. Just let us know if you have questions, or if you're planning on joining. Just helps give us a heads up on where everybody's at, and go ahead and fill those out when you get a second. So there you go. So that's the link. It's in the chat box, ready to go. You can join right now. You can join. It's ready for you. We would love to have you. Yeah, it's a great program. Really great program. Seen some great things. Obviously, we're biased, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of things, and this is really cool. So self-funding versus prop funding. What's the difference? So self-funding just means you're trading your own money. Prop funding means you're trading an account that is provided by a prop firm or funding company. So you're trading their money, and they split the profits with you. So, and Neon is saying Jim is a great trader. I'll make sure to let everybody know. It's my non-humble brag. So Neon says, come on down, you'll laugh, you'll cry, maybe not, but you'll make lots of money and learn a lot. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you won't cry. There's no crying in trading, but you will laugh. I've got dad jokes every once in a while. We have a good time in there. We really do. Yeah. Is the room Monday through Friday? It's Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday. Yeah, George, fixed income. Totally get it. Yeah, absolutely. Take your time. We're not going anywhere. If there's anybody that wants to, maybe you've got a friend or family that wants to do it with you, that's totally cool. We've done that before too, where like you want to maybe split some of the cost with a friend. Totally fine. And it's not an issue. Again, for us, it's we're obviously we have to make money because we're a business, but for us, it's about helping traders. We could just as easily just make algos and indicators and run a trading platform, but we do this because we like seeing traders do well and we hate seeing traders lose. So it's important. Good stuff. Anything else? I think we pretty much covered it all. We got it right around an hour, so we're great. Waiting for the funds. We'll be here when you're ready, Brown. Tell you what, George and Brown Bevel, send me an email. Send me an email, and I've got some ideas for you. Okay, so just send me an email, and we got you covered. We'll figure something out. We'll at least get you exposed to some more things while you're kind of building up funds. Okay. Trade NQ and ES. Do you trade those, and can we copy? Yes. We do. Mostly NQ these days. ES has been on a little bit of a sour run for me, and so I've kind of more focused on NQ. Really, what I think it comes down to is ES for me is just not good to trade during the summer. Neon, on the other hand, makes $14,000 on ES in one day. So don't ask me. To each their own, right? Everybody has a preference. But yeah, you trade it too. Yeah, it's great. I think I'll probably start looking at it again once we get into September. So for now, it's mostly NQ is what I'm focused on. I make so much more on NQ than I do ES. Yeah, ES is in a bit of a drawdown for me. So yeah, it happens. I don't know. Yeah, summer hit. It was weird. It was like the March contract killed it. We did great. As soon as we switched to June contract or September or whatever. Yeah, the September contract, I mean. As soon as we switched to September, garbage. I don't know what happened. Email is in the chat box as well. It's just jim@neurostreet.com. Yeah. Been trading for years, just started micros, using BOP, not matter of prop. Yeah, cool. Send me an email for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the wonderful world of prop. It's interesting. Prop is an interesting realm. I think there's obviously good and bad to anything. And you can get it for a lot less than 165 a month. A lot of them do big sales. You can get it for like $30 a month sometimes. So, oh, you're talking about this course. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's 165 a month ish. Is it? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. I think it's 180, something like that. Anyway, this includes the crypto course. Yes. Yeah, this includes the crypto course. Yeah, thank you. I agree. Allow me to trade prop firms on my own. Yeah, absolutely. It'll take as long as it takes. I know that's a cheap way to answer the question, and I apologize, but it's really the only way that I can answer it. Everybody's timetable is different. We're all at different stages in the trading journey. That's part of it. But also, the other part of it is sometimes the market cooperates and we get there really quickly. And other times, the markets aren't as friendly to us. And what I like to say is there's no deadlines in trading. You get there when you get there. Having goals is great. Just don't put a deadline on them because the market doesn't care what your deadlines are. And all it does is put pressure on you to try to hit a benchmark. It's just different in trading. You have to think differently. It's not like, well, I'm going to get to X, Y, and Z ranking at my job and get promoted and make more money. And those are good in real life. Trading's like a different world, and it just works differently. So yeah, we will send you the replay. We've been recording this, so we'll get you the replay to your email here shortly. We don't have any monthly packages. They're all annual, so you just have to pay for the year up front. but that's also why we offer the money back guarantee. So yeah, we do that so that if you're in the program, you go through it for whatever reason, it doesn't work, we'll send you the money back. It's not an issue. Obviously, we think it's going to work for you. Otherwise, we wouldn't do that. So good stuff. What else? What else you got? Anything? Good stuff. Leon, you and I need to get together soon. I know we've been talking about it, but let's plan something because I want to geek out for a little bit. Arc Auto, Arc Auto Trader. Not sure which one. There's so many. There's so many. It's hard to choose. I think time frame for stock systems. Stocks is pretty quick, honestly. There's two strategies. They're simple to learn. And yeah, oh, and as far as day trading, yeah, so it's day trading for sure. We're taking about three to four trades a day is probably the good average on stocks. They are all day trades. Yeah, and they're all going long. We only trade long. Yeah. Small caps. Yeah, all small caps, by the way. We don't trade any of the big stuff like Amazon or Google or any of that. So we're all on the small caps, stuff that's really moving. We only trade the biggest movers for the day. So yeah, the stocks traders, and they got it easy. They just look at it and go, which market do I trade today? Oh, this one. Okay, cool. And then they trade that, and then they make money because they only ever have to trade in one direction. It's so simple. They're spoiled. We've got like 4 different strategies on 4 different markets and different world. Yeah. No, it's a great setup. Yeah, we've been fortunate to have some good stuff as far as strategy and traders trading it and so on. By the way, I run the futures program. I'm the one that runs the futures trade room and head of education and all that. So you'll see me in there, and this voice will sound very familiar because it's me. So yeah, good times. I don't talk much during the trade room. I'll tell you that. It's different. I like to think of it as we're here to make money. We're not here to be entertained. Like, there's enough entertainment value in the markets. I do talk, obviously, but I don't talk a ton. I'm not going to talk just to talk. That's what these events are for. But yeah, we talk just enough to get the job done. Trading rooms are all recorded. Yes, every single one of them. Yeah, they're in there for years and years and years. Yeah, lots of recordings. Yep. Cool stuff. All right, I think we're good to go. I think we covered it. Yeah, absolutely. We will be back in the trade rooms on Monday. I will give you forewarning that next week, Tuesday through Thursday, we're actually going to shut down the gap room, the trade room, the futures room, just for a few days because we're teaching a new system that we're doing kind of a separate deal on. So if you do come in on Monday, we'll be there, and then we'll be away Tuesday through Thursday, and then obviously we'll be getting back the following Monday. We do this during the summer. We run a couple different courses and stuff because summer trading is a little slower. So anyway, so that's happening next week. So just so you know. Cool deal. All right. Have a great rest of the week. What's left of it. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you in there on Monday. We got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. We've had a lot of news this week. So be careful tomorrow if you are trading, of course. Watch the news. Look at the big picture. Always know where you're at. And cool. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out. Always appreciate your attendance. Is very much appreciated. I know it's hard to find time to come to these things. And so for you to take time out of your day is very, very much appreciated. So thank you. Much appreciated. Glad you were here. So cool. All right. Have a good one. Cheers, everybody. Take care. Adios.